Hello. There is. Oh, remember that? Like, oh, I have to go with those ladies. Hey, look at that. Also, that there. Good. I'm there. We're gonna put a. You don't have a check function? No, I don't think this has function. Are you in functions?
I did a lot of things. And I'm doing inputs now.
Oh, yeah, you're doing functions now. Wow, that's great. Dang, girl. Functions. This. And the back. There's viral supplies. The officials. So this apartment of 1963. Eight, 10. Recognize those characters? This is the data they packaged. If you go to that room, guess what? -10%. There, I don't think it really works. The sounds that you talked about there, that one is like, good, but it's not. The newspaper will do that, so that's, what that process is gonna look like is gonna have to be it's called the Cartesian plane. The card. Zero, and it has positive, negative. But that number line, let's say you a number line. Number line starts with 0. Numbers. It has negative numbers. 0, 1, negative 2, right? So the Cartesian plane puts one number line like this, perpendicular to another number line. You have a number line that goes from 0, positive numbers. 0 below, negative numbers. Another one over here. They intersect like this. It makes a Cartesian plane. It has quadrants. Right? You see the quadrants. Quadrant is quadrants. 1, 2, 3. Cross. Squares, right? And you can apply your points, and then you're able to slope. Slope is the way that the line is sloped, basically. That's Cartesian plane because it helps you in a way that think of it like algebra and geometry. So it's relevant because physical science proves it. You have functions that you have a slope that places. So when there were Galileo, and also I agree, right? Saying what's how do we measure this science? How do we do it? Well, this thing we did is by looking at it between the number lines. You have 1. One and 2, they're smaller numbers, which are called decimals. Decimals are fractions, right? Ratio is percentage. A whole number because you have 1 and you have 2. Then you have 0.2. 1, 2, 3. Those have 1, right, and all those. Between the decimals and more decimals. They were able to use those kinds of measurements to figure out the larger scale. So you have a scale of 1 to 10, or 10 to 20, or 1 to 100. They were able to guesstimate us, an living body, not have a living body. Then in that you have a really cool thing called rise over run. So that's kind of a function. For every one that you rise up, you go 2. For every one, you go 2. And then another one, we have 2 all the way. So rise over run. Means that on that plane, for the dots, fill that 2, or vice versa. That's how they were able to postulate, gravity. Gravity is squared, always. Because once you go up, the rate that a thing or an object falls down is getting faster. That's what they're able to say, it doubles. You know why? Because it doubles from here, going from static, doesn't move right. What's the word? Oh, sine, cosine. Anyways, I can't remember what it goes from here. So you have energy that gets added up here. When it falls down, it goes faster. It throw an object up in the sky, and it will reach a certain point, go fast now. So once I move it, you're putting in the shape, pounds per square inch. Pressure air or the energy you're moving is 3 pounds per square inch. 30 pounds, a lot. 30 pounds per square inch. Per inch. You have all that pressure. This pressure you push the button, that goes all the way up. Faster now. So there's something called gravitational pull that allows us to stay on Earth and not float into space. And that gravitational is constant on every single object that is everything on Earth. That constant has a measurement of 9.8 meters per second. That means that on top of you, on top of that couch, ottoman, on top of that wall, is always a constant pressure putting you down to Earth. 9.8 meters per second squared. So for every second, every 2 seconds, there's 9.8 meters pushing you down. That's what a constant. Really? Oh, no way. Oh, no. How are you? So like that's all the gas stuff?
Yeah,
Because
so
all those 4 people.
there's 4 people. So 2 of them, it was a date, right? And then evidently he didn't like, hey, come over use the restroom. Never came back.
Oh, that's.
And she's just on the phone, probably yelling at him, you know. And then she
Terrible.
and she left. And then these 2 people, they hung around, but they're nice. I think she was here.
Oh.
He's been to the gig. But I think she was moved out, because every time I mentioned something, spooky shit.
That would have been clean. Still, I just believe that.
I had a cold this on Monday.
Yeah.
And it's moved like from here to here to here. So I'm down by sick. It's just the end of it. Coughing and stuff. It's clearing up. It's
It's been
clearing
going
up.
around as like a sinus something. There's
Yeah.
change. I have a friend also. My pastor, she sounded like she's sick. And for a while too, but she said she got tested. But COVID, so something else.
I bet you. I took ivermectin. Zinc C. So that's
Stuff a little bit.
yeah.
I take those, what are they called? Little packets of like vitamin C stuff.
Oh yeah,
It's
the emergency. Or something.
Yeah, those are the air something or whatever. The ones that they have like little cartridges in them.
Yeah.
What it's called. Mm-hmm.
Airborne.
Airborne, there you go.
It's got echinacea.
Mm-hmm. That stuff's good. Yeah. Elderberry, all that stuff is amazing for you.
Mm-hmm.
And the same, of course. I would take this other one that's supposed to help you have a clear mind and help you study. It's K2 and T3 together. I was like, yeah, let's give it a try. A little bit of mental clarity, mental focus.
Can't hurt.
Yeah, no. I mean, now.
Look, what's weird is Alex has got that thing going. That audio going. And kind of hear you guys talking.
Oh, it's open. I don't know if you told you. Yeah, we went in there right now. The green one's empty, but there's another one I can check to the right. Beautiful furniture. Jesus Christ. Gorgeous, all that burgundy leather. Oh, beautiful. I was like, I don't want to take it home. Beautiful. Look at that color. Isn't that something? God. And you know that's gonna last for like years. Gorgeous. And the chairs to go with it. Oh. Yeah, there were tats. There's a bunch of tats in there.
So machine.
I was tripping on and she's like, you switch it? Like, yeah, you have to switch it, I guess.
Lava opener. Those were nasty. Lava openers are always full of sugar and stuff.
Yeah, that one you see in there, I haven't checked that one out. I don't know what's in there, but the green one's everything. The bloody ones, for body fluid. Yeah. We saw some cool stuff on that side, on the far side over there. And it seems like, I guess he was saying there's something, like these brown barrels, I guess, cardboard like that, old.
Oh, civil defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, civil defense, actors, and then they have toilet stuff. But then they're empty. It's crazy.
What a disastrous story.
They enjoy it at least to some extent.
And look at that, enjoyed it.
Can you imagine going out and making terrible?
I'm going to the restroom. I'm like, where's that guy? God. It's all this time. They're gonna come back up because we're waiting for a couple of people to do our patrol and stuff. You know, I haven't heard anything about our show. Still waiting. But they're still busy though, you know what I mean? I follow posts from them. They're still working, so they're just busy. Found out Mario Lopez is a producer.
Oh, really?
Tex-Mex Blues.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know. But
Is that what you're saying?
that I think they're trying to get a third season. Oh, I said, I need some play this one. He never answered me back on that.
Pretty cool, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's experienced. He's got a lot of
Yeah.
experience in TV shows and stuff. I remember,
Hear that?
Yeah.
It's the rest. Ask the director. Music blasting.
It's coming from the corner. So I think that's craft and social.
We got music going on.
He's like, they usually do.
I thought they were closing.
I was gonna cancel tonight. So
I saw 3 raccoons yesterday. I had class. Oh my god, yeah, that's so late because we were doing the turnover. We normally out there by 7, we got out there by 8:30 because everybody, some people doesn't make it like me. Like cutting down. So I got out there so fucking late. Oh. You have to come pick me up. Video of me. Like one of them was kind of hefty, but the other one was just like regular. Oh man, it was cute as hell.
was that at
And you took on off the whole main.
Yeah.
I was tripping out. How they were like climbing the trees. How they were looking at me with the weird little hand thing that they do. And they kept like walking along with me on the side, not getting too close, of course.
Yeah.
But literally at one point they were like, where you're at, to myself. And one of them was kind of creeping up on me, kind of like, you got some food? And all I did was, and he knew, like he got food. And the thing is that there's too many stray cats in UTEP that there's an organization that feeds the cats out there.
Wow.
So they leave cat food in different places. Those raccoons they go for it, man.
Jumping all over.
You just see them, and they're just like looking at you, they're just like, oh, just stuff in their face and then paws, man. And they grab like handfuls of that stuff. The poor cats are just like, I don't know.
That's all weight.
They're trippers. You see them like stuff in their lap, they're so cute. Yeah, crazy animals. Last time I go pick up Liz on a Tuesday, I told them, like, you guys missed it. They were on their climbing, and I got out in the nursery park. And it's just like, I guess it's some sort of fox, a desert fox. So long and like slinky looking, huge ears.
Yeah.
And it was just like running across the streets, and then went into like the green part there of UTEP.
They're super quiet.
Yeah.
They're like the size of a cat. I got two of them.
Yeah.
Run through our yard every other day.
Their ears are super crazy. Yeah. You guys.
I had a lot on the roof one time.
Yeah.
I was like, what's that? And it's staring at me, it's looking down at me. I'm like, get my phone out. Took it off.
It's so tricky.
We get raccoons in our hospital.
Yeah.
Skunks, raccoons, and foxes.
I'm afraid of running into I guess I saw somewhere where they start. Yeah, and you better get out. You better leave alone because they get sprayed.
One time, so I got home from the tour, and I saw the skunk go into, or I saw it in my courtyard. I'm like, I'm not going to get it now. That's when the garage door was broken.
Oh, okay.
So, I was like, dang, I'm not going to be able to get it now. So I waited, and I waited, and I waited. It never came out, so I kind of crept up on the courtyard, looking, I was like, I don't see it. But evidently it had taken off. Like right after I put it in, I didn't see it. It was good. Yeah, they love it.
That's all that cat food, man.
It's so full of fat, man. It's like,
Yeah, it's high protein, right?
yeah, high protein, high fat.
Mm-hmm.
And for them, it's like eating McDonald's. And it was funny, my cats, they have these treats. And to me, before I had COVID, I didn't, they just smelled like cat food, right? After I had COVID, it changed everything, and it smelled like chocolate. It smelled like chocolates. I was like, that's why this candy. It's candy.
That's cat.
Yeah, it still smells like chocolate a little bit to me.
That's tricky.
Oh, I gotta show you this app.
Ghost app?
No, it's healthier. So, it is called UTEP.
Oh, okay.
It's called UTEP. And what you do is you scan barcode.
Nice.
It tells you how healthy it is. So great. $100 100.
Where's all this shit
So you can go back and you see all these things, right? So, okay, that's bad. So what is bad about it? Additives. Hazardous additives. Caramel color. It tells you all the things that it can do to you. Carcinogenic. Neurotoxic.
That stuff, yeah.
And so then the phosphoric acid. They start off thinking phosphates are good for you. But then it starts like cardiovascular, kidney damage, bone mineralization, breast cancer, all kinds of stuff.
And all that stuff's on this year. Yeah, so whenever you get those stones,
Yeah.
drink enough water to clear you out. It's bad.
Jeez. And everything's got freaking, chicken soup, right? Hazardous stuff in there. So you get monosodium MSG, sodium phosphate, too much sodium. It tells you everything. It says, hey, you know, we recommend using this stuff. So which is pretty cool. I've been scanning everything.
Tools that gives you alternatives to that stuff.
Yeah.
Not bad. I used to, I hope that this baby stuff, I love that used to and the tree and all that.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff's good. The price of it is good.
And you can use it's a free app.
Yeah.
If you get the paid version, you can look up stuff. Oh, what monsters, you know. But otherwise, you have to have a system. And shampoo, soap, sunscreen is crazy. So all kinds of things. I think it's ironic that sunscreen causes skin cancer. That's what you're supposed to be trying to block.
Exactly.
I haven't seen the flashlights come on.
I remember.
I'm very used. I people's.
All right.
So somebody.
That's fire.
And they want
And that's Patty. So, yeah, this doesn't happen very often when everybody leaves. This is like the first. So.
It is. Well, it's the date thing first.
Yeah, did they tell you about the date?
Yeah.
The guy with the long hair, was there with his girlfriend or?
Whatever.
Evidently, it was like a first date, and he just.
I'm going to the bathroom.
The other guy, that's the other day.
And I think the other ones, I think she was scared.
Oh.
Because he's been on our tour before with women speaking.
She was anxious here.
Yeah, she's kind of nervous. And this is like, if you don't freak out here, you're gonna make it anywhere else.
Alright, so we're live.
Oh, yeah, we're live. And the funny thing is, we weren't hearing the clunking and the bumping and stuff. We did hear some stuff right over here, but that place is closed.
Yes.
The store above us is closed too. We're here.
And social.
There's like one person. No, there's nobody. There's a bartender in the owner. So, and that's one of the things when we tell people, we bring people down here and we tell them,
Alright, we need it now.
outlet.
I got one right here. I got one right here.
So, yeah, when I bring people down here, the first thing I tell them, you know, we walk by from the place, first thing I tell them, I say, look, that building, that business is closed. That business is the one directly above us right here. It's a pink building. It's like a, what is it called?
The cafe house.
Yeah, Cafe Rosa.
Yeah.
And we've been down here, and that place is completely closed, and yet you hear somebody driving shit.
All the chairs are down today,
Okay. A couple of weeks ago,
but all the chairs were up.
this door up here, so this door goes outside. And this door, you can hear somebody talking about it.
Oh my goodness.
And just like, oh, not like, oh, not like that. It was just a single boom, boom, happened 6 times while we were standing out here. And so, like the 4th or 5th time, Art and Alex go outside and they're trying to figure out who's doing that. It was slow on this street. And they're like, yeah, nobody's out there. Then all of a sudden it happens again. And so Liz messages Alex, hey, it just happened again. Alex is like, I'm standing right here. There's nobody coming on that door. Yeah?
I was back there.
Or was it? It was back there? Man, someone came for me. Well, nothing's back there. That place is closed.
Yeah, so we're all back here.
Wonderful.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, you got the weird water container.
Yeah.
And here you got crackers. That's you guys.
Let me look at something real quick. Oh, wait, she got it.
So you're like a story or like something that you said? It's
So this is a storage room, guys. It's got all their really cool antiques and stuff.
what college are you guys part of?
Liberal arts.
Liberal arts? Oh, maybe that's right now, I saw. Yeah.
Oh, Art,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna use the restroom.
Oh, yeah?
That's creepy.
It is, and I don't think there's anybody else on that second floor.
That, yeah, that guy, the guy that came on the tour,
Ah.
the left, he's like, oh, did you ever see that movie 1403?
Oh, well, yeah. I went up there myself right now too, it was like, it's nice.
Yeah. All right, so I'll show you guys some of the equipment, okay? So for this place, we actually use these red lights. Okay. We use the red lights for, just to kind of help us see, because we're right on Twitch. So just to kind of help us see, like, the people watching, to see it. How many people are watching? One.
Probably.
Oh, it's probably you, yeah. So we use those. Normally what we do with those, we put them around the corner, like in a hallway, just to kind of barely illuminate the back of the room. And it helps us see a little bit better. So, and we use red because of the longer frequency of it. It actually kind of helps us see better at night. Red lights do not affect your night vision. Now, over here we have a flashlight and a cap on.
It is turned on.
And the flashlights are set, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they haven't even, I don't think they've gone off. Yeah, I haven't seen them go, turn on yet by themselves. So we have one right there. We have one here, along with another cat wall. And we have one behind you guys on that frame. We have one on top of this thing. We have one over here on the pool table. Now these things are called K2s. You usually see these things on all the TV shows. Yeah, if you guys want to hold one, by all means. Now, on TV, you see them quite often. They'll say, if you're a demon, make it blink twice. Ooh, it blinked twice. a radio will set it off, okay? And they don't usually blink twice like that. So, you know, it's just so overloaded in here because of all the wiring in the walls. So anyway, if you ever see it blink twice like that, that means somebody's got a radio and they're keying the microphone, okay? So that's the only reason we use the radio, is to show people that. Now this thing right here is a spirit box. Actually, this is the spirit box. You see this on the TV show, one of the TV shows. This is a guitar amplifier and guitar pedals. So basically the signal comes from here and it's AM stations, it's scanning AM stations really fast. It's not stopping. That feeds into the noise reduction, which takes all the noise. That ball's going on.
I noticed it. Like, oh.
Oh.
There you go. So,
Okay. It's doing it again. Was it upstairs? Picking up already. This is a noise reducer, and it feeds it into a reverb. So basically, all the static and stuff is pulled out, so it's nice, clean, just the vocal tones. And then this stretches those vocal tones out, so now you can kind of understand what they're saying. We like to play a card game, and we ask them to tell us what the cards are. And you can see it's ace through 10. I took all the face cards out. They have trouble with face cards. So we'll see if they'll play a game with us here in a little bit. Laser grid. You can see the laser grid, there's all the dots on it. Anything moves between the laser grid and the wall, if the dots disappear, then that means something is moving through, blocking those. We're almost ready. Can you turn the flashlight on for us? Can you turn on one of the flashlights so we can see it? Feel free to do that for us.
almost come in.
Footsteps upstairs in a business that's not even
When
open.
you all were in the
Hmm?
room, I heard footsteps, like, kind of like slippers. I thought maybe it was one of I know you know how there's always that one person that lives up here? The old gentleman. I thought he was in here like, with us. There's nobody there.
So, disembodied footprints or footsteps. Footsteps upstairs or bumps or whatever upstairs. Cat toy going off, now it's not. But no flashlights.
Yeah.
And they're all set, right? They're all ready to go?
Yeah.
Interesting. Would you guys like to have the lights off? See how it looks?
It's lit up. It looks great.
So basically, just to give you guys a little, that movie, The Road, that was actually written here in the building. No Country for Old Men, it's got something to do with this place. I'm not sure why. All the Pretty Horses, No Country for Old Men, Glory Road. So a lot of movies were either mentioning the Gardner Hotel or have something to do with the Gardner Hotel. It's going to be, like, if it goes to red, that's important. It did?
No, it's been like turning off orange.
Okay, and that's, if you hold it closer to the wires above you? Yeah, it's all the electricity in this room. And that's what they do, they sense electricity, like electromagnetic fields. Go for it. Not that dark. Hello? It's Leon. I have Alex here. Hello. I have Art here.
So,
Addie.
Hello.
And we have some friends with us with cameras. They're interested to see where you are. They want to see you. So one of the areas that seems to be kind of a hot spot in this place, from our experience, is this little area right here. We believe somebody was pushed down the stairs and she hit her head somewhere over here. And we believe that she passed away from that injury. What was her name? Heidi. Heidi. So Heidi came through on the spirit box and told us her name. There's a, you heard that, right? Like a clicking noise, almost like a metallic clicking noise. There's a little boy, his name is Adam. Adam, we believe is what, 3 or 4 years old? And that'd be about the time when, back in the old days, like 3-year-olds, that age, boys and girls would wear a dress. And when they got a little bit older, they would wear short pants. Not like shorts, but like the long stockings and the short pants. And then when they got like 12 or 13 years old, they wore long pants. So a lot of the people, or some of the people that work here, have seen what appeared to be a little girl that's above us. A little girl in the lobby, and we think it might be Adam. Adam's brother is also here, kind of protects him. I hear a noise back there in the corner. Just hear like a clicking noise, just a little snapping noise. Now the person that hanged, did it spike, go to red? Nice. Oh, there it went.
Yeah.
And it was just that one, it wasn't all the other ones. It was just that one, which means that energy was real close to just that one. So it's not man-made coming from somewhere else in the room. Thank you for that. Can you turn on one of the flashlights? We have one right here. You can turn that one on if you want. That would be the perfect one to turn on, just to let us know that you're here. You can make a nice loud noise in the room somewhere. Let me get out of that light. Casting a shadow right there. You can show yourself. Let us know you're here. Now, some of the things we look for when we tell them to show themselves is sometimes they can't present themselves as like a solid humanoid person, right? Sometimes what you're going to see is just basically smoke, right? Like a black flow or a swish of something black moving. We left the storage room open. We open a little bit more. Come on out. It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. We're not here to hurt you. We're not here to make you leave or anything like that. We just want to interact with you. We want to talk to you. I still want to know your history. Johnny used to live in a house that was located here before they built this building. He said that his friend Miguel shot him on accident. And he's still mad at his friend, but he understands, whatever that means. Thought I saw something by the bottom of the stairs. Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right where my hand is, right here. Move this way. Can you show yourself? We'd like to see you. Whoever's over there. Yeah, that was Alex. I'm picking up just a little bit of movement on the stairs. I'm going to put my hand where I'm seeing it. Right here is where I'm seeing it. Bottom 2 steps. Very subtle. But there's some sort of movement right there. Heidi, is that you? You can talk to us if you want to. Over and over and over. Okay, I don't know if that was me or what, but I just saw something moving right across here right in front of you. It wasn't the shadow, it was lighter color. Because I was right here when I saw it. Trying to debunk certain things and we just want to be excited about the real stuff. Let's turn on the spirit box and see if they want to communicate with us like that. So,
Can I ask, why do you have crystals on top?
so these are quartz crystals.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember older watches, it says quartz movement. They actually had a sliver, like a very small square of quartz crystal inside the watch. And when you apply electricity to it, then it sends out a very specific frequency. And that's how the clocks know to keep time. These things, if you were to crush them really, really hard, they would give off electricity also. Very specific frequency. I couldn't tell you what the frequency is. It's some scientist type stuff. What I use it for is sort of to filter and amplify the spirit box, the radio.
So we ain't gotta turn it up too loud. Obviously, got the 2 mics right here.
Let me turn the battery on. Boom. Yeah.
Come on. Let it out.
Come on. Andy.
Is it too loud?
Well,
Yeah. Hello? Hello? Who's here with us? Jack? Same name. I couldn't understand both. It's the same word. 2 different voices, different frequencies. I don't know what they said. Yakut? What is Yakut?
Jack. And then I heard Jacob,
Jacob.
which is Jacob.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Joey. Hi, Joey. Hello? Speak it. Boom. Hear that? There's a static spike and this thing jumped. How are you guys doing tonight? Good? I'm glad to hear that. How's Heidi tonight?
No. Then
guys go back and listen with earbuds, you'll hear a lot more than we're hearing right now. How is Magda? Said Magda. Is Magda doing okay? This is Leon. What's up? Just here, I want to talk to you guys. You want to play a card game? I'm going to take 5 cards out of the deck. You tell me. Actually, pull a couple of cards. Pull a card. Okay, I'm going to take 2. Okay, 3. Okay, I want you to tell me what card I'm pointing at. You tell me the number on the card. This one right here. What's the number on this card? Whoever wants to. Ace or 8. Anything better? One. That was an ace. 1. Go ahead. 7. Dang. That's ours. How about this one right here? Just your 9. Or 10 or 9.
What?
10. 30. 10. That was yours. What's this one right here? Nice and clear. Heard it. 7. This one, 2. 2 and you heard 7. I heard a 7 also, but 10. 10. So that's ours. How about this one? 8. Nice and loud.
Turn it.
What again? I don't know what it's going to be. She said 10. 4. Did you say 8? 8 or 8. 10? Okay, I'll give you that one. That was real clear what you said. What about this one? Hey, Johnny. Can you tell me what this card is? The number? You want past it. Give me a number. Okay. There's a 5. Okay, look at, yeah, 3. You got 3. 3 to 1. This one right here. What's this one? She answered it pretty quick, though. She said 10. What's the number? 9. That was a 4. Oh, that was a 4. 2 to 3. Are we going to tie the game? What's this one under Alex's flashlight? Is it 7? Yes. She said 7. All right. Tie game. Yes. Yes. We're going to break the tie. Tell me what card Alex is going to pull out. What's the number? 8. You said dang it. Check the bottom card. Oh, you did? Okay. 5. Oh, I thought it was a 6. Golly. That would be good. That was 9. Interesting. I'm going to steal one of these P2s. Which one isn't working? This one. I'm going to put it over here.
Ground.
You picking up on anything, Ed?
And then once in a while, it turns off.
You hear noise in it? Oh. One last one. Your chance to win. 8. 6. That's okay. You guys did pretty good anyway. That's all right. Didn't win though, but you did pretty good. We've had occasions when they got all of them right. When we first started doing this, guessing the cards, we're in a different location. But they said, I said, what is this card? And they said, Ace of Spades. I'm like, wow, okay, you sure about that? And I flip it over, it's an Ace of Spades. I mean, they're so specific. So you kind of see how we can use this to communicate a little bit. We can ask some questions. You usually just get one word answers. We can get names. Johnny said shot, bullet, Miguel, after several questions, and he was able to give that out to us. I keep asking them if they know the Elliott family. Because Sam Elliott's grandparents, Sam Elliott, the movie star, his grandparents had a house pretty much on the corner down there. They sold the house. Eventually it was torn down, so they could build this building right here. So Sam Elliott's grandparents and parents did live here, but he was born. He actually worked, his grandfather worked at a household goods building store over on East San Antonio Street. Stop. Attack. What's the matter with you guys? Something moved twice right there. I was looking right. That was interesting.
Kids. What make
Kids?
a big
Who do I keep seeing over here? Who is that? Are you guys seeing it? It's like really subtle, but you can see something is moving. It doesn't have much of a shape. Alright, this time I just saw it.
you?
I almost see the bottom. Something right here. Earlier is where it's all in this little area. Did you say my name? Why are we only seeing the bottom? Are those your feet? Are we just seeing your feet?
Do it.
So during a normal paranormal investigation, if you go to somebody's house and they say, you see a woman on the stairs, then we would set up our camera towards that. We would concentrate some of our energy towards that. Chances are that's not the only place she's seen, unless it's residual. If it's residual, that means it just keeps going and going. It's not intelligent. Like there's nobody really there. It's just the energy. That's why we like using this, because you can ask a question and then they can answer if they choose to. And you get intelligent responses. Flashlight is ice cold. You haven't turned on any of the flashlights yet. Can you please do that? Show these guys how you can do it. Whichever one you want to. I would appreciate it. Can you do that, please? This is spice. Yeah, I mean. I have a little piece of equipment on the stairs over there. If you put your energy into it on the stairs, it'll turn on. Oh, it moved again. That one was solid, but it was only like the size of a rabbit. It was small. What are we seeing? We keep seeing something small moving along the floor. Is that just your feet? Forehead. Okay. Is that just your feet, or is there an animal? Let's ask the question. Are there spirit animals? How's a kid? Are there spirit animals? Boogeyman? I'm seeing a lot of it's all like it's very subtle. Are you guys picking up on it? Are you able to see it? It's all between the stairs and that little nightstand thing. I'm going to take your picture. I want you to pose for a picture, okay? Can you do that for me? You'll have to hold really still. Right there by the stairs. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to try it again. You see how it works. 1, 2, 3. Helps us a lot. I would say tonight's very slow. Yeah, very slow tonight. Are you having trouble coming through? We've got several full bodies. But usually it's darker. Do you guys have any questions for him? We've asked everything. Well, not everything, but sometimes you can't think of anything. But we've asked them if they're and we've got the answer yes or no. So it turns out that they only know where they've been. Like, because they died, they didn't get like a information dump, and they know everything in the world. You know, they're very outside of our realm. And so we ask, they just tell us what they know. We haven't got any like, really good inside information or anything. But they have said that we do glow. They can see like all the world yet. So we do glow, and different times we're different colors again. Hey, listen. What color are we right now? What color are we? What color do we glow right now? Red? Oh, room's red. Okay, I was just seeing if you can see us like that. Green? And now you hear colors coming out. You know, so the significance of the question. Red? Green. Red and green. Okay. Addie, I think you just said your name. Leave Addie alone. Inside there? Who's in the storage room? George? Say hello to William for us, by the way.
Hi.
Hi. If you guys go stand next to that door, you'll feel it. It's like sort of a bad energy. If you watch it, you can feel it. You get to see what it feels like. Stop. Who's in there? What else? What other actors? Hang out with it. What else? Is it bad? Bad? Let's shut it.
I mean,
It just says something bad, doesn't it? Okay, we're gonna turn off the radio now. You guys need any more? I'm surprised you guys didn't turn on the flashlights. Well, that's fine. Some days they're stronger, some days they're weaker. All right, I'm turning it off. Thank you. Goodbye. Like they're talking to each other. Okay. I love that thing. I built it. Somebody else designed it. I built it.
Have you been there?
Huh?
Have you been here?
No.
It's like something blocking it. Twist. I don't think it's that. Maybe. What has it been like on
Oh, the street,
Yeah.
the glass blocks. So yeah, this thing is great. This thing is awesome. I love it. We've gotten a lot of answers. This place is getting pretty good for communication. Sometimes we get really good communication. We're actually on some Halloween TV show. They did a little segment, a little spooky segment, and it was two girls and that were interviewing us, and it was calling them the worst thing. And this is AM radio that is scanning, and those words do not come out on AM channels. It was dropping the F-bomb, it was calling them whores, calling them other words that you definitely cannot say. Terrible things, and we just told them, you need to knock it off, because that is not nice, and you're just taking advantage at this point. He was pushing, the spirit, the guy that was talking to us, was pushing his limits further and further and further. And we were getting sort of nervous that he was going to hurt them. And we're like, nope, you're not going to do that tonight. So we chewed his butt, and we yelled at him a little bit and said, it's not funny, it's too much tonight. But he would come through every once in a while. And that wasn't here, though. That was at the Gateway Hotel. And he was great, except when he started pushing his limits too much. All right, so we're going to turn the lights on. We need to close it out so nobody gets followed home. Okay, now, sorry.
Go ahead and close your eyes.
Close your eyes. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, even with my eyes closed, that hurt. So tonight would be considered pretty slow. Pretty decent communication through here. It's really fun when they talk a lot. And I'm real surprised they didn't turn on the flashlight. That flashlight is ice cold, by the way. But couldn't tell you why. Is that one cold?
Maybe my door, so we can get it. Get close to the door.
There's something bad in there.
Maybe like 10 years.
Yeah. Well, they were saying on the thing, the spirit box, they were saying it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were saying it's, the spirit box, the spirits were saying that whatever's in there is bad tonight.
Can most of this get answers in English or do sometimes other?
Yeah, we'll do other languages. One time, Art was speaking to them, not here, but Art was speaking to them in Latin. And it called us Romans. And Romans spoke Latin. And I think it'd be kind of like an insult, like how you call oh, you're a Nazi. Back in the World War II, oh, you're a Nazi. It'd be like calling somebody that, We speak Spanish to them. We've gotten, well, a couple of weeks ago, we had somebody from Russia, and she spoke Russian, and it was answering her, like Russian, yes. And we've got Chinese through it. We had a guest from China. Yeah, and she's like, it just said, excuse me in Chinese. I didn't ask if it was Cantonese or something else. It just said, yeah, it's Chinese. What other? Oh, German, Italian. So we've got a ton of different languages.
Yeah, 4. I thought we only have 3.
I got one on the stairs.
So like places get more active when there's usually just some people around, or like it doesn't matter if there's like many people around experiences.
It's kind of a pattern. We were keeping up with it when we were going to the DeSoto. It is about a 3.5 week pattern. So from the lowest activity, like a super slow night, then 3.5 weeks later it was a spike, and we had a lot of activity. And then 3.5 weeks later it would be down. But it also kind of did this thing where sometimes it would super spike. And those super spikes were nights when we had to leave early. That was when people were getting pushed and scratched and everything. So, yeah, that's a good question though. Full moon doesn't do anything. Windy nights tends to die out, just like activity ends. When there's thunder and lightning, but no rain, that's an activity super good. When it starts raining, it grounds out the whole building and it all ends. Like the activity just drops off to almost nothing.
You say the older the building, the more active it is?
No. It just completely depends on, so there's a bunch of things it depends on. A lot of the buildings downtown, the basements are built out of like stone. And on that stone, there's a lot of, in the stone, there's a lot of quartz. And remember how I had the quartz crystal? The gateway was like that. So the gateway had, if you looked at some of the rocks that the place was built out of, you could see the crystals glistening in the flashlight. And it's because, and I think that has a lot to do with the activity. Older buildings can be very haunted. Newer buildings also. Sometimes it's just the land. We've investigated new houses. So it just depends on I don't know. Haven't figured that out. So those are some of the factors.
What's the worst, I guess, like entity?
Yeah. So we were provoking one night at this one place, and when we were provoked, like 2 of the guys were really into it, and they were putting it, because, all right, first of all, this entity that we were dealing with was very talented. He was able to manipulate our equipment in a certain order. And we're like, okay, 1 blink for yes, 2 blinks for no. 1 blink, 1 blink, 1 blink, 1 blink. So it's very, very talented. And so we asked, I think we were using the spirit box, if I remember right. And the spirits there started saying the number 6, 6, 6, 6. And we're like, what is 6? Are you afraid of 6? And then through the spirit box, and you guys heard how it works, it said, we are terrified. And I was like, golly, that's 3 words. We are terrified, same voice. I was like, okay, that's pretty good. So we started provoking 6. And 6 said he was a demon. And we're like, whatever, you're not a demon, whatever. You're just somebody pretending to be a demon. Well, come to find out, he was. And so the 2 people that were provoking heavily, they both had the same things happen to them within a 2-week period. Both of their wives left them. Both of them had money problems. Both of them ended up homeless. Both of them lost someone close to them. One, his mother committed suicide. The other one, his grandmother passed away. His grandmother actually raised him. So all these things, exact same things happen to these people. So, and some bad things started happening to me. So I went back to that place and I asked if he was there. And he said he was. And I apologized. And once I apologized, everything that I had going on went back to normal. The other 2 guys didn't apologize and they're still struggling. And that was like 10 years ago. So that was the worst thing. We ran into some nasty little things.
It changed, because that was, for a while, right? And I used to go down there like nothing in the basement. And I had, at Radio Shack back then, Radio Shack was still open. I had gotten hold of a few things and made my own EMF, magnetic, it's just a small little motor. Connected a few wires, put batteries in there, and voila. All it creates is just a electromagnetic field. And I would go and put it down in the basement, just kind of energize everything in there. And I used to go there by myself. And after they did that, and I didn't provoke. I told them, you guys are crazy for doing this. Whether it is or not, and I'm not a big believer in any of that stuff. Religion-wise, but there's energies and things like that, yes. And I said, I'm not going to mess around that way, to provoke. It's the game. And after that, it just changed. I couldn't go down there by myself anymore. It was just like this heaviness. It was just like big, gloomy, depressing type of energy. I mean, I don't know if you've all felt like that before, but
The demon left its mark.
something, yes. I mean, call it a demon, left the spirit, call it a negative energy, whatever you want to call it, according to your beliefs or lack of. It's just something was provoked, something was there, and it changed everything in there.
Yeah, that place turned out pretty heavy. Yeah, we do not want to do that here.
No, I think we learned a lesson from that. And back then, it was other people in charge of those tours.
Yeah.
And it was a totally different direction. It was just, it's kind of like what the other guys were doing, just instigating, provoking, cursing, just kind of.
Yeah, they're like,
trying to rile up.
That's not enough. Do more.
Totally
Come out here. Do something to me. Scratch me.
Kind of like that.
Amateurs.
You're exactly like, frat boys just want to be jerks.
Yeah.
And we decided to take a different approach to it. It's respect. Because whatever they were, whether it was human or never human, whatever it is, everyone and everything deserves respect. You're not going to go to somebody's house, so to say, and I demand to do this, and that.
So, yeah, and then some people say, well, why don't you rescue them? Coming here and open up the window for them to leave. And it's against the rules. It's against the rules on their side. So we can't do that. It'd be like opening up the door to a fancy restaurant to somebody that's naked. You can't do that. And so we explain it to them because we get often, we hear somebody say help. And we just tell them straight up, we can't help you. We can bring you something. We can talk with you. The only way we can help you is tell you how to cross yourself over. But we can't cross you over. We can't do it. And, so we've helped. And it took a long time. Remember Dave at Devil Dave at the DeSoto? It took us a long time. We would have fun with that guy. So he was a spirit that he killed himself there like in 2008. And anyway, he'd come through and he was a jerk to us and we were a jerk to him. We'd go back and forth. His answers, and we'd insult him and he'd come back at us. It was fun, right? And then when he would say stop, we'd stop. Okay, you're done, that's fine. We're still friends, okay. And anyway, we got to a certain point, we're like, you know what, if you want to move on, if you want to go to the next place, you need to be a better person. Because one of the things, he would mess with the people that lived there. He would be mean to them. And so we basically told him, and this is from the people that live there saying, man, this happened. We're like, that's Dave, for sure. And we told him, help people, be a better person, stop it, stop being bad. And be the type of person that is wanted on the next level or the other side, whatever it is. And so eventually, the last time we spoke to him, he said, I said, hey, where's Dave? And the spirit said, just a minute. And or they said, wait, something like that. And so a couple minutes go by, and all of a sudden, Dave's voice comes through. What? I said, oh, man, Dave, sorry, I didn't know you were hanging out, in a hot tub with some ghost chick or something. I don't know what he does over there. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but thank you. And if you decide you're going to move along, go ahead. And we didn't hear from him after that. Never did. So, and he was part of the whole thing, So we knew his voice and everything. But we helped him. I like to think that we helped him, because he was doing like devil worshiping and stuff. And we like to think that we helped him move further from that dank basement where he was stuck to something better because he changed himself. And I've right here in this room, we told the spirits, pray. And because they were asking for help, and I said, well, pray. And one of them said, I do pray. I was like, I don't know how to help him further than that. It's all up to you, dude, So, but that's one of the rules. We can't help them. We can bring them stuff. And we actually brought them whiskey. Remember, we used to keep a little bottle of whiskey down here. And the last night we were here, before we moved along to another location, and we left here for years, we decided we're going to open that little bottle of whiskey and share it with them. And we popped that little bottle open. It had no flavor. It was Jack Daniels, and it tasted like water.
Water down, something or other.
Yeah. And you could hear when we opened, it cracked and everything. And I was like, I do not know what happened to that whiskey. Like, it was just gone. It was there. The spirits drank the spirit of the whiskey. So, I don't know. Interesting hobby we have, I guess.
Do you guys mind if we read it? Because I'm sorry, it was really loud.
Yeah, that's fine.
Where should we? We'll set up right here.
Yeah. It is so quiet, man. It doesn't even feel haunted right now. There's like a fancy around like 30, 40 people here. Yeah.
Very nice.
My body feels weird.
Yeah, mine too. It feels like the world's dragging you down right now.
Yeah, I feel weird.
The room feels heavy, but it doesn't feel like it. The room feels depressed. Yeah. We can set up some investigation.
Yeah.
They're not taking some. What? Because we had that one tour. just take some time off and shoot some video. Do some actual investigating. Yeah.
I like that.
You get it.
Can we get a month or something?
Oh yeah, we should do that in January. Come on, Scott.
Something else up there, always over now.
Kind of what Wednesdays are about too, so.
Okay.
Just bring in some more stuff. And then like, easy to like get access, this is always like a challenge.
It depends. So our name is kind of known now, since we've been doing it for so long. People know that, you know, we're El Paso Ghost Stories. And they also know that, like, if it's a business, they know that we can bring them if, you know, because we're gonna post it. And if they're into, you know, the hobby stuff, like these people right here, they embrace the experience that they have. They embrace it, and they really like it. So, you know, they actually call us in to hey, do your tours here. But like if we were to walk up to El Paso High and ask them, they're gonna flat out say no. Because they don't allow anything like that. House of Pizza, just down the street over here. They were like, yes, come on in. We expected to be able to go down in the basement, but they don't have access to the basement. But their place is on it. It's got some activity. It got 6 EVPs in a very short period of time. And a lot of places have wanted us to do investigations, but their hours of operation are just crazy, so we really can't. Like we start our investigation like at 3 o'clock, you know, which is great, but that's some tough time. But now, you know, people know us, so they're more apt to open the door for us. You know, if we were just some other, you know, just a bunch of kids with cameras, and hey, we want to do a ghost hunt in your building, you know, they'd probably be turned away. But since we're, you know, pros, I guess. Yeah.
What is representative in media with like ghosts and ghosts and things like they get it wrong?
Yeah, they do get it wrong. Not all the time. Like the ghost hunters, I found them to be the most believable, most realistic. Like they say, TV shows are easy to make. But on one of their episodes, I think it was like their first season, they didn't find anything at first during this investigation. They found nothing. So I was very impressed. I was like, wow, that's really good. You know, okay, now I can believe these guys. Because they're not sensationalized. You know, like other ghost shows, they go in, like, oh, let's go find the demon. Oh, there's a demon here. No, those things are very, very, very rare. I've seen a lot of stuff faked on TV. And a lot of times you'll see, I spoke with a couple of guys who were part of the team. And they said they'll go to a location, they'll spend 2 weeks trying to get just a little bit of something that might be considered paranormal. On the other hand, I kind of know the producer for Ghost Hunters, like a couple of seasons, and he said there was so much evidence that they could not include it all, that they had to throw a bunch of the evidence out. And he even showed me some of the evidence they didn't even use. And I was like, wow, that's a really good EVP. You know, you hear the team leave the building, they have the recorder set up, then you hear a woman and a man and a little girl speaking. And they said, who was that? I don't know. And the little girl said, they just left. And the interesting thing about that whole situation was that it was a jail. And it was the kind of jail they put the whole family over. But I thought that was pretty impressive. that they would just throw things out. And he said that if they ever caught one of their people faking evidence, that he would fire them. You know, so Ghost Hunters, I think that show, I think is the most legit one. The other ones,
Like, you represent more,
yeah, and as there's been so many TV shows that have twisted things around, and some of it didn't make sense, and some of it did, like the type of entities that they were encountering. There's, from my experience, there are so many. It's not just angels, ghosts, and demons. There's so many more things out there. We've seen some things that I couldn't even categorize. I don't know what they are. You know, people are saying, well, an orb is a ghost or a spirit. Or it could be like a piece of dust, you know, next to the lid. But then again, we've seen orbs that give off, they look like a laser pointer pointed at the wall. Strange things. Sparks flying from the ceiling for no reason. Odd things. We actually saw something that looked like a praying mantis, a human praying mantis, I don't know. But it was black and it crawled on all fours. And it had a long neck, small head, pointy ears, and its legs were like a praying mantis leg. And it was crawling on the floor. We're like, what the hell is that? It's there, you know, I don't know what that is. We don't talk about that stuff on TV, but then again, maybe it's only one of the species. Interesting stuff out there. There's some crazy things that I've seen that I never would have thought I'd be seeing that stuff.
another question, I feel like I'll save it for and I know like this stuff is like fascinating, you know? Like there's aspect where you're like, yeah, like the very obvious like questions that most people would have, but then there's just a lot of stuff that comes in it, really, once you really like look into it.
Yeah. Once you witness it, once you study it, like for me, I went on a ghost tour, a paranormal investigation ghost tour at Sammy Hotel in Colorado. And I asked the girl, like our leader, our tours guide, at one point, I asked her, I said, do you guys have something really dark that comes through every once in a while? Something kind of powerful? And she said, yes, but we don't tell anybody. Like, okay. You know, so it happens to all the ghost tours that they keep it quiet.
Lighting looks pretty good, doesn't it?
There's been a lot. Opening that door, you know, we walked in there and everything was fine. But then I opened that door a minute ago and I'm like, ooh.
It's a different vibe altogether, right?
Different vibe, completely different vibe. And the spirit box was saying, or the spirits were saying, it's bad. Like they said bad twice. And I was like, you know what, let's close the door. I don't like it. And Patty was saying that door was slowly opening itself too. And we don't want to mess with whatever's in it.
Like experience that change you away from it, or just it does.
Me personally, it intrigues me. Now I want to know what the hell it is. I want to know what I'm dealing with. I'm cautious. But it's kind of like the difference between being scared and being startled. Doing this sort of thing, you can't be scared. If you go, oh crap, you get startled, that's fine, that's part of it. But you can't be scared. Like somebody that gets scared, you can't have your partner running away and leave you by yourself.
Remember when Matt was still there?
Wow, check it out.
All right.
Then when you told somebody else, hey, go in that room, he's like, no.
For sure, he was in the video. How you gonna be scared? I just think I'm an E5. Terrified of everything.
When I was in the military, I was stationed in Hawaii. And I was in one of the hangars that got bombed during the attack on Pearl Harbor. And I'd be in the hangar by myself all night. And I'd be in there by myself all night. And I would hear footsteps. And I'd hear people talking and singing and humming a song. And one night I'm sitting in like this little cubicle type office in the middle of the hangar. And I look, just kind of stared off into space towards a doorway. And it had a very specific sound when you opened and closed it. And I heard it open and close. And I was like, oh, these are just like echoes through time. This isn't real.
We can have you.
So it was good.
It's,
I don't need it, I'm just.
no, it's upstairs, like,
I feel like, yeah, it's just in front of my shirt.
I didn't even notice.
That's dope.
Victoria, are you already? Wanna come see like corner where you want? Because you experiences like these, everyone should like these experiences bunch or
Depends on the person. It's kind of like bungee jumping. Skydiving. If you're into it, you got the cojones, then by all means, it'd be something to do because you get a thrill out of it. Or if you're a skeptic and you want to find out if it's real or not, then yeah, by all means. Because like tonight, it's fun. But there's certain times when it just gets really good. And it's very, like, in this location right here, it's not that spooky. It's kind of controlled, it's clean, it's safe, quiet. But in other places we've gone, it is like the basements are disgusting. Horror movie style basements, terrifying. And it's like, you know, you can't just change the channel. You know, you're standing in here for real. And it might come after you. You know, it might single you out of the whole group. And it can be terrifying. But at the same time, once you walk out of there, you're like, man, that was so cool. I can't believe I witnessed that. So it's I would suggest that anybody's into ghost hunting or watch the shows, do it for real. Come on, careful. It's a safe way to do it. Instead of sneaking into a place.
Do you need to see the questions again? Okay. So if you could please introduce yourself and what you do in your company's software.
My name is Leon Baker. I am the owner of El Paso Ghost Tours.
What made you interested in this profession?
I got interested in paranormal investigating and guiding tours, actually. When I went on this tour, saw things I didn't believe in, like shadow people. But I used to watch the shows, and I've always been kind of curious-minded. And watching the shows, I was always intrigued. Well, they can make it on TV. I wonder if it really exists. Like I said, then I went on the tour and I witnessed stuff. And it was amazing. And I decided I had to be part of it.
What is your process when conducting an investigation?
So when we investigate, say, a house, we'll talk with the client and we'll find out what the claims are. And then we'll try to set up our equipment in a location that gives us the best opportunity, the best chance of capturing the evidence that they claim. Now, after we're done, then we'll, of course, go over the evidence. That takes hours, sometimes days. Go over it very carefully. And then we will return to the client and present to them any of the evidence that we got.
What would your advice be to those interested in conducting their own investigation?
Don't go alone. Go with somebody that has some experience in it. Don't go with stupid people. Be able to trust your partner. You know, I'm coughing here. Let me get a glass of water. Water in a second. Sorry.
You can keep rolling.
How would you say that was a shot?
Golly, I like I ate a grasshopper. All right. Sorry.
No, you're okay. Okay. I'm gonna re-ask the question.
Yes.
Okay. So what would your advice be to those interested in conducting their own investigation?
So if you want to do your own investigation, do not go alone. It's not safe. Go with somebody that has some experience. If they want to be an investigator, the best way to do it is to kind of hook up with somebody that is already part of the team. That's the best way to do it.
Have you ever had a skeptic on one of your tours, and did you convince them otherwise?
Oh yeah. We've had skeptics many, many times. We don't convince them of the existence of spirits or paranormal activity. They, I'm dying. Sorry. Making your job hard, guys.
All the way back to the plug. Let's go. Start over all the way back to the plug.
Go back to the part. So we've had skeptics on our tour before. We actually had one guy show up and he didn't believe any of this stuff. He just went, you could tell he just went because he wanted to, his wife wanted him to go. So he's like, okay, I'll go. And while we were down in the basement of this one location, and this is a big biker dude, you know, shaved head, big beard and everything. And all of a sudden he goes, everybody stop. So what's happening? Of course, we're gonna listen to a big dude. Like, all right, what's going on? And he goes, now I'm your biggest skeptic, but I will tell you that I just felt somebody run their hand over my head. I'm like, okay, that's good. So anyway, there's carpet on the floor in half the room. The other half of the room is cement with some dust and stuff. And eventually everybody just started sitting down, including him. Anyway, we're sitting there and he goes, everybody shut up. So of course we shut up. And he goes, I just heard somebody over there walking on the concrete. So we're super quiet, and sure enough, you can hear somebody walking, crunching the dust. And shine the flashlight over there, nobody there. So he became a believer. It wasn't something we did, it was the things that happened to him and his experience.
How do you choose your locations? Is it based off of stories of what people say or the history and age of the buildings?
A little both. We can appreciate sort of kind of a newer building that has got good paranormal activity. We love that part. If the building is old and it's got historic, and it is historic, then we really like that because sometimes we can come into contact with the story. So a little of both. I like it. For me, I would rather go to a newer building with paranormal activity, it's haunted, than a historic building with no activity.
How do you define paranormal, and what distinguishes it from common occurrences?
So a lot of people have a lot of different ways of seeing paranormal. For me, it's something that it's not, you can't prove it through scientific methods, but it exists because you've witnessed it. And there's no other explanation except for existing outside of the parameters of science.
What tools or technology do you typically use during an investigation, and how do they work?
So we like using the K2. That's the little black box, got the lights that flash on it. So we like using that just to kind of find how spots in the house that's going to mess with any of our other equipment. We like, of course, cameras, digital recorders. Digital recorders can sometimes pick up things that you hear. And my favorite is the spirit box. The spirit box we use consists of a guitar amplifier and guitar pedals. So it filters the noise and it stretches the noise out using the reverb. You can actually understand what the spirits are saying. And to me, that's incredible stuff, because you can actually get answers and names. And then you can go back. Once you get the names, you can go back and look at different records, and sometimes you get lucky and find out.
What is the most compelling piece of evidence you've collected during an investigation?
We've got several full body apparition pictures we've caught using night shot on our cell phones. We've got a lot of EVPs, electronic voice phenomena. Those are best way to describe these EVPs. You hit record on your digital recorder, you ask a question, you wait for 5 seconds, then you replay it. And all of a sudden you can hear somebody answer your question. You didn't hear in person, you hear on the recorder. We've got several of those. One was amazing because it said, "Be gone." And it said it very loud. It wasn't only picked up on my digital recorder, it was also picked up on a guest digital recorder and a guest video recorder.
Were you ever a skeptic, and what made you believe?
Oh, I was skeptic. I'm still a skeptic. But there are certain things I absolutely did not believe in. When people were talking about shadow creatures or shadow people, I thought they were just nuts. Until I witnessed one. The very first time I went on the El Paso those stories, in the DeSoto Hotel, there was one standing right in front of us for 3 seconds. He leaned out of the doorway in the hallway, and I was standing with my camera just like that, and he went back in there, and I didn't even take a picture. But I had to admit at that point that they do exist.
Is there a stigma around your profession?
Different types of stigmas, yeah. So you got skeptics, you have cynics. Cynics, no matter what happens, they're not going to believe. Skeptics, they'll eventually believe if presented with the right evidence. You have religious stigmas for various reasons, different religions. And you also have sort of like scientific stigmas, where people who believe they are scientists and know everything refuse to admit that there could be something.
Have you ever encountered danger during an investigation, and how do you handle it?
Yeah, different types of danger. My whole team's run into something dangerous, whether it's physical or an aggressive homeless person on the street, or being zapped. Being zapped is pretty dangerous. Pretty much we've all been zapped. And this is basically when their energy tries to mix with our energy. And our energy's like this, their energy's like that, and it doesn't mix. And at that point, within just a couple of minutes, you can actually lose consciousness, fall flat on your face. So that I find that
And the last question, what is the location in which you get the most activity?
I guess we could say the most haunted place that we've been in as a team has been the DeSoto. The DeSoto was a completely different animal. There was a lot of different things there, a lot of different entities, a lot of different ugly things. So I would say that DeSoto has to be hands down El Paso.
Thank you.
Before you start, can I ask?
Go ahead.
I guess like, since we all like got the experience with those, my question was mostly, you think it's just as important to get, if you just like share the history of El Paso than just talk about like the ghosts, basically?
Oh, absolutely. So when you talk about the history of El Paso and you talk about the spirits that are here, it's that sometimes there's a little bit of a context. So sometimes we can give you a context. This building's been around 102 years. So it's nice to know who was part of this building, who built the building, who stayed here. So it's nice to know that. If you go into, say, where the Acme Saloon used to be, where John Wesley Hardin was killed, it's nice to know that he was there because maybe you're going to be able to contact him. I like the history part of El Paso. El Paso's got amazing history. Spaniards were here for 220 something years. Yeah, we don't touch on that. We don't mention that. They were here. They pretty much started this whole place. There were deaths in the streets almost every day. Gunfights, hangings, you name it, violent. So the history of the place, I think, is just as, if you're for a ghost tour, the history of the place is just as important as the haunted place.
You think like it's important that like, yes, the city should preserve it?
Oh, absolutely. The city should preserve its history. This is what brings in tourists. You know, nobody wants to go to a place built out of nothing. You know, they like to see the year history of the place. They know that people have been here for a long, long time. Before America was America. They learn the place is super old. I mean, look at Socorro and San Elliott, where they're trying to preserve their history. They're trying to, I guess, market it a little bit, trying to bring it out there. And they're doing a wonderful job. So I think the city needs to embrace the history.
I guess kind of to wrap up, what are your final thoughts about today's investigation?
Today's investigation was a little slow. A little slower than what I'm used to, what we're used to. Excuse me. We had pretty good communication. It was almost meaningless communication, right? We got some names, played the card game a little bit. They got a couple of the cards right. It just didn't seem as strong as it could be. We've had many nights that were much better. I was seeing something move over by the stairway, which is not uncommon in this place. Saw it several times, which is actually, I thought that was a little bit better than normal. In other locations, we've seen full body apparition. Actually, here, there's a storage room over there. Art and Rick open the door, and there's a dude standing there. And then, he vanished, you know? And so full body apparition picture, or full body apparition that they saw right over there, you know? So it can be better than it was tonight. It can be a lot better than it was tonight. I'm kind of hoping every week is going to be that night where everybody witnesses a full body apparition.
Wait, I guess this is more in general. I guess like if people want to find you, where can they find you? Reach out to yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So ElPasoGhostTours.com, that's our website. Don't maintain it very well, but you can buy tickets there. We have a Twitch that we run live every Friday night when we do the tours. We also have Facebook and Instagram. And that's it. We have a YouTube channel, I think. Yeah. Alex runs all that stuff, I don't.
Does anyone have any? Thank you. I think we have more than enough footage. So, we really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for letting us do this.
Yeah, you bet. And more than enough footage is my middle name. Oh. Cheers. Thank you for sticking with us tonight. See you guys later.